Hi, this is Ben from Marooned on Tumblr, and I'm going to be reading three poems with kind of notes and explanations and stuff. If there's anything you want me to get to, just put it in the comments, or and I'll put it in the next video or message you on Tumblr or Twitter. This is kind of something I've always been fascinated with. There's kind of a Renaissance or classical genre of poetry called invective, like abusive language, which I don't really write that much, but this was intentionally to kind of fulfill that, the category of invective. And there's also a kind of classic, I guess you call it horror movie called I Spit on Your Grave. That's where the first thing came from. I spit on your grave if you've even got one. Some people say it's no revenge at all and that the dead have the last laugh out of harm's way. Others say the best revenge is success or just being happy. But in seventh grade, when we had to draw Maslow's pyramid of needs, I put defacing your plot at the top of the pyramid, where the sun comes down through the pinnacle over the pharaoh's court that was drugged and buried alive next to gold vases full of organs. So everybody, Maslow's pyramid instead of Maslow's hierarchy. I don't know if it's ever called Maslow's pyramid officially. And then the bottom part, I think I've heard this before, that a lot of the, maybe not Egypt, but other civilizations where they buried the court and other people with the king or whatever, they were often drugged apparently. I think they have tests now where they can find this. I thought that was pretty interesting. This is one of my most popular poems. I'm not sure why. I think I've done this style before where the first part of a poem is just listed as a fact. Like I think I read a couple of videos ago, like bro tip number 88 or something. So this is the same kind of thing where it's like a fake list that doesn't exist. Ghost fact number 3: there are no haunted parking garages, and no one's sure why, but there are competing theories. No trace of paranormal activity lasts through boredom accrued by taking tickers, writing down your parking level, and finding your car again. My take is they're the modern equivalent of bridges in Asian gardens designed to confuse ghosts pursuing you, since spirits tend to travel in a straight line. But now menial tasks are what ghosts can't handle. They just go on directly to a place more interesting to accelerate people's adrenaline in. So the a lot of people messaged me about this, the tickers thing. They thought that was like British slang for something, but it was just a typo that I liked and left. It was supposed to be tickets. You take your parking ticket that you can put in the little machine, but I left tickers because it seemed more interesting than tickets. And the Asian garden thing, as far as I know, I remember being told that there are these crooked bridges. They have them in botanical gardens and things in America, but they're supposedly in the style of this Asian garden principle where if the bridge is straight, a ghost can follow you, but if it's kind of like a Tetris piece, they can't follow you. And this last part, menial tasks, this is straight from one Tom Waits song, the one where he's like a insane uh, entomologist or something, and he talks about ants doing menial tasks. That's one of my favorite phrases. And this last one is just, I'll read it first. A giant shrink-wrapped crate of Lipton Brisk iced tea was found by some junior high students that stayed up all night in the park. It was 5:20 a.m. and the cans were left by the back entrance of a thrift store, so they cut the plastic open with their keys and some nearby car antennas from a dumpster. They were all listed as radicalized after they were busted. So the last part was the most important thing, that this was something that to me would seem like just dumb stuff that people do, which is incredibly exciting when you're in junior high. And then, of course, the police or the authorities of some kind would list them as radicalized as if they're terrorists or something. So thanks for listening.